What is good with you? It's your boy Travis Kinley coming back to you with another one. Do I look relaxed enough? Chilling in the Millennium. Just got straight out the shower and coming to you with the GPS review. Let's get it. OTR 800, that's what I bought, right? Yeah, the Garmin Diesel 800, diesel, I assumed it was diesel. I don't know what the E with the line above it. Nevertheless, the Garmin OTR 800 coming to you with the review. Real random, real quick though. Did y'all see the last video where I was promoting the podcast that we have right now? If you haven't seen it, just go to driverhub.buzzsprout.com or go to my last video that I posted and you'll find out all about that. Great podcast talking about just OTR news, views, freight, and everything about the OTR life. Nevertheless, this is just later that day. I'm now at the terminal. I showed y'all I was at a TA. My truck was in the shop because I had a clearance light issue while I also had an ABS light that was on the trailer informing me that I was having ABS issues, and that brought me to the terminal. So now I'm waiting on my tractor to get fixed, and I was like, let me do a video real quick. So let's get to the review. Okay, so I couldn't think of any other way to do this review on the Garmin except just hold it in front of my GoPro. See my reflection? Look at me looking down at the GoPro. Anyways, so we're gonna try and knock this out pretty quickly. Just gonna go through what I know about it. I told you I was gonna do it at 5,000 miles. However, this thing is so complex. First, just kind of show you the size. Here's an iPhone 11 just placed next to it. So that's what it looks like as far as size goes. Pretty cool. I mean, really like it. It does just feel like a tablet. Here's how thick it is. The back, there's a magnetic mount. I really appreciate that as well. No, this is a 785 LMT. This is not the 800. So I thought it was the 800 though. It might be the 800 and that just says 785 on the back. I can't really remember, to be honest with you. Anyways, you have two volume buttons right here. And then you have the power button on this side, as well as a place to put your micro SD card and your plug. That's the power, right? Yeah, that's the power. As well as just kind of plugging in your computer and whatnot. So I'm going to press the power, and this is what it looks like when it cuts on. I mean, I really appreciate this GPS. Shout out to everybody who gave the super chats for the GPS. I really appreciate you guys immensely. Like, thank you all so much. That is exactly why I'm doing this review. So this Garmin is relatively dependable, okay? Let me say, I plan on doing a fueling video, and for those who are at Prime, part of it will be the Mac 27, just to show y'all what it looks like. Part of that video we'll talk about the Mac 27, and part of that video is going to tell you that these are just machines, okay? These are electronics. They're not going to always be perfect and etc. You still have to use your brain. It's always wise to use an atlas still. I still use a paper atlas. It says warning, don't do it while you're driving. All right, you press agree. I still use an atlas, right? This is one thing I appreciate. I still use an atlas and everything, but this is relatively dependable. In the however many months, if y'all remember that live when I was talking about getting the Garmin, and however many months I've had it, it's only led me wrong one time, and so that's all good. I caught it, but it's only led me wrong one time. I will tell you, it does tend to lead you through the city instead of around the city. So instead of like I-40 through, what is that? What is that? I have to look at my phone. Instead of I-40 through, you know, a major city that is near the Illinois and Missouri border that I can't remember right now. Illinois, Missouri, give me a second. St. Louis, thank you. I knew it started with an S. I kept thinking Springfield in my head, but instead of I-40 through St. Louis, Missouri, St. Louis going into Illinois, it is going to take you around like, instead of like I-40 to 55, well, it will take you I-40 to 55 instead of taking you around 255 around St. Louis. It tends to take you through the city, right? So some people may not like that. Sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. So that's that. This says current red light and speed camera data is available at garmin.com/speed cameras. It will tell you when you are approaching a red light that has a camera on it. You know, like a red light camera where they're going to take a picture of your license plate. Okay. So, I'm gonna let that remind me again. You can set, you know, the size of your vehicle on this, just like many others, as well as your speed, which I haven't done. Max speed, enter max speed. We're gonna put 58, done, good. So that'll change your ETA as well. Hazmat, you know, you can enter all of your tractor trailer information. Here, we'll enter tractor number 711506 in the house. Odometer, I can't remember, I'm at like 95,000. So also just random, 100,000 mile review coming soon. Okay, so the number one, you can tell, I don't know if y'all saw that, but it said, say baby girl. Hey, baby girl. It's talking back to me. I'll turn the volume out real quick in case it says something. Anyways, I call my Garmin baby girl instead of okay Garmin. I say okay baby girl or hey baby girl, and it'll like pop up or whatever. You kind of have to say it a certain way. You know how electronics are. My favorite thing about this Garmin, besides the fact that I'm just going to flip through some pages. No, we're not going to avoid tolls because I need to get where I'm going. I'm just going to flip through some pages and mess with it a little bit. Nevertheless, my favorite thing about this Garmin is that I can add waypoints, right? So right now, this Garmin has me headed to Jersey. As you see, it's going to drive through St. Louis. It's got me headed to Jersey. But let's say I want to stop in Chicago right here, right? This is my favorite thing, and this is like the thing I really wanted to mention in this video. Let's say I want to stop for fuel in Chicago. All I have to do is put where to, truck locations. Let's put truck stops, and then searching near, and we're going to put a different city right here, and we're going to put Chicago. And you know, a lot of times it'll doggone pick it up for you. Chicago, Illinois. It's going to show me all of these. We'll choose the Road Ranger right here in Chicago, and then I can put add as next stop. This is my favorite thing because it really helps with trip planning, right? Like I can literally plan my entire trip, and then I can plan my whole trip, including waypoints, where I'm going to sleep if I'm solo, where I'm swapping with my co-driver if I'm, teaming, where I need to fuel, everything. You know, in the morning when I send a Mac 27 and then actually decide on where I'm going to fuel, I can do that. So I can literally trip plan, and my entire trip, waypoint by waypoint, will be shown in the directions, as well as it will take me to the truck stop. And then as soon as I get to the truck stop, it'll start giving me directions to the next, waypoint that I'm headed to. So that's one of my favorite things about this. Another really cool thing about this is that it's got a lot of IFTA information right here, okay? Jurisdiction summary, fuel journals as far as you inserting data, and as well as at the pump. So that's really cool. Another really cool thing, if you saw a couple videos ago, I did a Be Proactive Plus dash cam accident analysis or something of that nature, is that there is a dash cam on the back. Now you can pretty much see the quality of video, and this is actually, I have mine on low quality, but you can pretty much see the quality of video. It will record on here as well as delete unsaved footage, or while you're driving, you can simply press this picture of a micro SD card or SD card. You can press this picture of an SD card right there, and it will save like a certain amount of information prior to you pressing it, and then 5 minutes after. I can't remember if it's like 30 seconds before you press it, and if you want 30 more seconds before you pressed it, just keep hitting it, and the more you hit it, the more it records before you pressed it. So I think that's really cool. I think the footage on here is really great. You can also view, you know, like all of your saved footage, or you can view all of the unsaved footage. Like it has saved 3 hours and 27 minutes. So you can see like right now when I was coming into the terminal about 3 hours ago, as well as where I was on the map right here, right? And it will just continue to overwrite that. So I really appreciate that about this Garmin. It's set up a lot like an Android tablets, you know, it's just got apps and things of that nature. So it's nothing too crazy. You can see just like your phone, you can scroll through what apps you have open as well as close them just like that. There's a home button. So that is extremely cool. If you wanted to look at all of your apps, you got them all right here. As you see, it does work when it's off of the magnetic holder. You can see the battery meter up there at the top. So you are working off a battery. Nevertheless, you can take it with you if you wanted to do that. Another really cool thing is that you can go where to and click recent. So if you wanted to go somewhere where you've been recently, so that's pretty cool as well. Of course, most GPSs have a little home thing where you can put in there. This GPS has been extremely reliable for me, as far as some people complain about GPS's resetting or, you know, freezing, things of that nature. I'm just flipping through screens, so you're kind of getting a test drive of it, if you will. You know, this has not, I've not dealt with any you know, it's freezing on me or needing to reset or anything of that nature. So just letting you know, it's been dependable for me. You can also hook your phone up to it. I'm not going to do that right now. I found it to be annoying because I have my phone hooked up to my radio in my truck. So like when my phone would ring, I hear it in my truck and I hear it in the GPS. And then on top of that, it's set up in a manner where, of course, as truck drivers, we can't touch our phone. We can't actually physically grab our phone. So it's set up so if you answer your phone, it's set up as a speakerphone in your GPS. Well, I already have my headset, so that wasn't a function that I really like to use, but nevertheless, you can read your text on it. I thought that was pretty neat. So see, pair a Bluetooth enabled phone to enable hands-free calling. We're not gonna do that. I don't feel like doing that. But you can do it. I haven't tested the microphone and things of that nature. For those of you who are not running e-logs in your truck, you can run e-logs on here. So that would probably be super convenient for many of you. Guess who trailer is ready? Hold on, y'all. Hello?
Yeah, this is Scott from Trailer Maintenance.
Yes, sir.
Your trailer's ready to go and it is back out on the loading yard.
10-4. Appreciate you, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, we got to wrap this up. So you can run e-logs on here. Super cool. My GoPro dying anyway. Let me let my co-driver know we're about to roll. I get to say. Anyways, so if you have any questions, drop a comment, you know, and then I'm just going to turn it off. I really just put it to sleep. Anyway, if you have any questions, drop a comment. I'd be glad to answer the question about the Garmin. I haven't really been taking questions, but I noticed when I was buying the Garmin, I didn't have a lot of review videos, real review videos of the Garmin after people have traveled miles with it to really make my decision. I had to just call people who had one. Nevertheless, like I said, it's been reliable, it's been dependable. It does tend to route you straight through the middle of cities instead of around cities, depending on what you want to do. Me, I personally like that because I'll run my Garmin and usually you can tell how to get around the city. Otherwise, I have a Qualcomm, you know, Omnitrax in my truck that has another navigation on it. Or you can, if you want to add waypoints around the city, you can do that when trip planning. Nevertheless, I like to have options to either go through the city or around the city because sometimes in the middle of the night, you can ride straight on through the city and it'll save you about 8 miles, something like that, 9 miles. Yeah, sure, it's not much, but hey, it's something. Listen, I gotta go. Trailer Shop just called me. I need to rally up. All right, so love you guys. Listen, don't forget the new podcast is out, driverhub.buzzsprout.com. Check us out, okay? Don't forget, it's not about what you believe, it's why you believe it, and live free. Love y'all. See you soon.